I wasn't muted. Hello. I wanted to see if streaming could help force me to draw something. I wanted to try and come up with like another original art design. So hopefully, streaming helps me a little bit on that. I have some ideas in mind right now, but we'll just see what actually comes to fruition. Let's see. Actually, wait, I need to pull up some of the references that I was looking at earlier. The do I want to draw this one? So just let you know what I'm thinking. It's either something I wanted to work on is cool, maybe like trying out a new pose and challenging myself. And another idea I've been having is maybe I can try to redraw a really old piece that I've liked previously and seeing if I can recreate it with my current skill set. Hello, welcome. How have you been? Is it okay if I call you Jet? I'm just sketching for a little short bit, hoping I can come up with something. I wanted to try and brainstorm some original art kind of ideas, since in terms of like recent time, I've been drawing a lot more like fan art, but I wanted to try and bring back some of my original art kind of ideas. Really? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I feel like, at least like with a lot of my audience, in terms of like recent time, I've been gaining more of an audience towards like the fan art side. But I know like my OGs, they miss they miss the old art I used to do. How long have I been an artist? So I started taking art a little more seriously around like I believe 2012. So if you consider that, it's been quite a number of years. Was what 25 minus 12? I can do math. Third, is it 13? 13 years? Not to say that I've been drawing consistently within those 13 years, but I guess that's the math. Jeez, it's been that long? That's kind of scary. Maybe a bit too long. I feel like I should be drawing a little better if it's been 13 years. I'd say in terms of digital versus paper, I actually my very first medium is digital. So a lot of the way that I form my thinking around how to like pick colors or how to start an art piece is actually very much digital based. I remember like talking to like some traditional artists, and apparently the way that I frame how certain pieces should be changed, it sounds very digital. But I say that not to say that I didn't do any traditional art. I used to do a little bit of watercolor. And then I was trying to transition into doing more digital at the time. And because I was drawing with just a mouse for quite a while, 7 years actually, I couldn't sketch very well on with the mouse for kind of obvious reasons, I suppose. There's not that much ease to it. I admire anyone who can. But I would sketch on paper and then scan it in and do the rest of the work on digital. And then eventually I got my own tablet, and I've only been doing digital ever since. But that's basically the history behind it. I feel like I would probably never come back to drawing with a mouse. Each piece definitely took way too long, to be honest, but it was yeah, it was quite insanity. To be honest though, I think the main motivator was I just wanted to save money. I didn't really see a need to get a tablet, which is a little weird to think back on, but if it saves the money, I suppose. Ailu back then was a little interesting. I'd say though, even for like, I remember back in college, I took quite a couple of art classes, as like I didn't need them for credit or anything. I majored in, I studied all science. I didn't really need any art classes or anything like that. But I wanted to take a few art classes as like a little bit of an extra break for myself. And I remember for the projects that did involve any digital art, I ended up I remember I ended up for my final project, I animated in with like all mouse. Thinking back, that's actually pure insanity. Charles! Hello! How are you today? You have come in to see me try to brainstorm something. I wanted to get back into making original art or like coming up with pieces every now and then, so whatever comes, whatever comes. I've been pretty good. It's so cold out. It's been so cold out. I swear I'm freezing out here. Can it be any colder? Please warm up. I just had like just like a few seconds ago, or I guess a few minutes ago, right before starting stream, I was cold but yet craving some boba or like anything that's like milk tea related, but I didn't want like anything cold because it's already cold as heck. So I was like, you know what, I'll just make it equivalent. I'll just like make myself a latte or something, just like something warm. It was still not enough. I need like, I feel like I need to drink lava at this point. Negatives here. Yeah, it's too cold. Did you guys see like the what's it, the groundhogs that are saying that the winter will be a little longer? How dare they? How dare they see their shadow? Can we like erase it from their memory or something? Can we like stop seeing your shadows? It's too cold. I say that to also say I love winter. Don't get me wrong, winter is great, but this is like, I feel like we've gone too far. Like we need a, like, you know, I like it when it's chill, not when it's cold, you know? You get what I'm saying? This is too much. Hopefully it gets better soon. I'm trying to my current approach is trying to redraw an old piece that I've made in a different interpretation. I'm trying to pull up the old piece. I don't remember where I have it. Please. Pulling up my own Instagram works too. Just let me see it. Where is it? There you go. I found it. Yes, I am US based. I am on the East Coast. It is so cold out here. Too cold. We freezing. High winds too today. I was out driving, and I kid you not, that wind was like, it was definitely blowing my car around. I hope everyone who's like on out driving today, we're okay. A little scary out there, I'd say. How do I do this? Maybe that. She kind of got a swoopy thing going on. It's definitely a different angle than I originally had it. Maybe a bit of an ear tuck. To anyone who's seen my art pieces before, I am doing the one where... Well, actually, no, I should pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up the piece. Open... How far back are we looking? Maybe like 2014? 13? Oh, we're going back to 13. Nope. Further? 22? How far back is this piece? 21? Is it that old? Where is it? Why can't I find it? I have it open on, I have like the Instagram page open, but I'm trying to find the file of the actual piece. Oh, wait, maybe it's this one. I hope it's this one. Yeah. So this is from 2020. It's that far back. It has been 5 years since I have worked on... Since I have last touched this piece. That's 100 years ago? Yeah. This one's really nice. I wanted to do a different approach to it. But I'm just having her up just so that I have a reference back to look at. Let me see if I can have her on a small window. Maybe I can have two open so it could help people see and also for me to see the full piece. Can I open? Nope. I can't open two of the same thing. Maybe if I do window... how do I do this again? I know there's a way that I can open it twice. Or I can hack it by opening a smaller version of what I already have. That should also work. I am so big brain. One of this is smaller than the other. I am so big brain. I'll use the big one so I can zoom in for reference of the actual gal. The small one, since she's small, will be the small icon. Big brain. This was my ending screen? Yes, it was. Yeah, the art that I've had on my old layouts have been extremely old. I guess I've made my stream layout sometime like 2021. with the 2020 artwork that I've made, and then I just kept it for a very long time. Maybe I should move this up a bit because the music is kind of covering it. Maybe like this. Hang on. Like that. That should be better. That works. Alright. But yeah, I wanted to do a different approach on her. Tell you guys a little bit of the story behind this piece. There isn't really too much of it. Like, she isn't like an OC or anything, but the story behind the creation of it itself was, well, to any of my dream pieces, rather, anything that's original and somewhat dreamy, kind of like this one. They were all created during a more so stressful time of my life. And this one included, anytime I wanted to create a dreamy piece is to kind of like teleport myself to some place that's a little more nicer, I guess. I don't exactly remember what the stressful thing was. No, it's been too long to remember. But I remember looking back at this piece like a few years later and just thinking like, you know, whatever I was going through at the time, she created a beautiful piece. It's just pretty overall. Where is my mouse? Oh, there we go. I need my references. Yeah. I mean, I'd say like normally I tend to try my best to look towards the positive side. Um, you know, you can stay negative as much as you want, but um, the results of an event really is partially how you react to it. And if you stay negative to it, it's just nothing's gonna change besides how you feel about it. But if you can at least try to, divert your reaction to something that could potentially be a little more, how do I say it? Divert your attention towards something that can have meaning. In this case, to me, is like creating pieces that is streamy that may help others envision themselves or envision a more creative atmosphere. Whether it is to be creative, not creative, that's a bad way to describe it. I guess my pieces aren't really as positive, but it's more mellow. To feel a more mellow tone. And just appreciate life as it is, I guess. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've had like any like high energy, like uptone pieces. My girls are always kind of sad. Or like mellow, I guess. But that's fine. I think there's a beauty to it. Man, I love drawing hair. So her sleeve, her arm, we kind of like something like this. Shoulder. I don't want to make her look so hunchback though. She ain't a hunchback. Off the shoulder. Body would go. How would it go? Do I know anatomy? Something like arm here, body. It goes backwards a little. Yeah, thank you. This is directly from. Whoops, my camera moved. There you go. This is directly from my YouTube music playlist, or rather, you know how like Spotify or like YouTube music has like the recommendations or like mixes rather. This is a mix that's based off of my like songs, so hopefully hopefully it is to your taste. Arm. Some Snail's House earlier. It might be something that I don't normally listen to, but was recommended to me. Let me take a quick look at what's currently playing. Or what's on the list. Can I see the playlist? Oh, yeah, I know these songs. These are some good songs. Today's playlist is a little more chill, actually. I'm surprised. I like it though. So her elbow would be here. I'm thinking of having this one extended. The porch would be like here-ish. Hand going down. I'm glad that you have me to join you. Wuwa? I don't think I've heard of Wuwa before. Is it specific game? Wuwa. Wuwa. Oh, Wuthering Waves? Question mark. I've heard of Wuthering Waves. It was that one. Is it is it among the same category as like stuff like Genshin, Honkai, etc.? Yeah, like Genshin. I was a OG Genshin player like way back when it first was released, like that very first year. I played for a solid year and then I haven't touched the game ever since. And I kid you not, I've seen like what has changed in that game, like what they've added and whatnot. I don't recognize this game anymore. The map has changed. What do you mean Genshin players are in space now? Like... It's crazy. Back in my day, there was only 3 areas that you could travel. Way back. Oh, wait. This is a little bit short. And this second part of her arm is a bit too long. And her hand is also massive. There we go. It's closer to Genshin because it's open world, but it's gacha. So it's still, I'm assuming it still holds similar mechanics to gacha as Genshin does. With how there's like each, you can, the gacha part is like getting the different characters. Is that how it works? I saw the art is pretty nice. I'd say though, I've been pretty like sober off of like mobile like games for a very long time. Keyword sober. I have not been playing. I did hear though, it is a meta to get into Genshin art, Wuthering Waves, stuff like that. So it's a very good way to gain popularity as an artist. And I mean, it works. I see it working for sure. I play PC. Yeah, so even back when I was playing on Genshin, I was playing it solely PC. In terms of games I play now, you guys might see me play Puppet Uprise every now and then. That's the game that I have been playing the most, especially since I play the arcade pump for quite a lot. I haven't touched Tetris in a really long time, even though I used to stream Tetris here. But every now and then I still come back for like a few. What else do I touch? Overwatch? I only play Overwatch with the boys. Support only player. I don't really play too much of it though. I have issues with motion sickness, so I try to limit myself from playing too much. That is to say, like I can't really play characters like or heroes like Lucio, or especially Lucio. By the way, I can't play Lucio or who's it? Who's a really I don't play tank, by the way, but when I did try playing tank, like Diva, her flying made me like so motion sick while playing. It's different. Like motion sickness from driving is very different from like a game. I feel like it's more so the discrepancy between you physically moving versus you like just a screen moving by a lot. Because I don't have motion sickness when I go on like say like a roller coaster. Well, I guess I kind of do, but anything that's like on a car or like a train, airplane, that kind of thing, I don't think I have any issues with that at all. How do we do this? My current main is Mercy, which a lot of people get really surprised about in terms of like, I thought you have motion sickness, why don't you play? Why don't you like, why are you able to play Mercy? But she's one of the only ones that I actually don't get motion sick with. I used to play a lot of Baptiste, Ana, but those two, after a little bit, I still get motion sick, but those two are really fun to play too. I just love playing support. Do I get it when I'm not driving like in the back seat? Yes, I do. So, this is a main telltale sign if someone's a bad driver is if they can make someone who easily gets motion sick extremely motion sick. Because I kid you not, if you're a good driver, I will not get sick. It's all your fault as a driver. It's all in your head. I don't know, actually. I guess it could. To some degree. The ILU test? Yeah. See, if you fail the test of whether or not you're a good driver, because I got sick while driving, then, I don't know, man. You're just bad. I remember there was like a time where I guess one of the worst rides I've had is like this Uber driver that, you know, those people who not only do they hard brake, but it's like many brakes. I like, you know, it's like when you're driving, right? And you're driving behind someone that like almost always their brakes are flashing, their brake lights, and they're on the highway. There's like nothing going on. Like there's nothing in front of them, and you still see like brake lights like shining every like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So think of that, right? But like you're the passenger of that car. But not only is it the brake lights that are flashing, it's like the car itself like hard braking like all the time. That was my experience. Never again. That car ride sucked. Maybe I do like a... Do we keep it with the horizontal thing? Maybe. Let's try this. Rotate. This way. Yes. Now, do I want it to be like a using the thirds rule, or do I center her? If I center her though, she might be... Nah. I feel like it would be better if I have her like this. And then it'd be like maybe like an apartment or like here or something. Maybe like lights in this area. Quick question, but someone who wants to get into art, do you think it's better to start traditional and transition to digital, or just say fuck it and buy a Wacom secondhand for cheap and learn on that? I guess to some degree it is. First of all, it would be like budget. And that's to say, like, how do I say it? Starting off traditional or digital are both pretty good ways to start drawing. Either way, you still need to learn the basics of drawing, like learning line confidence, learning how to break down certain concepts into simple shapes, learning color theory. Like these are like main foundations to learn as an artist. And there are some skill sets that don't exactly translate from traditional to digital and vice versa. I'd say go for what interests you more as one thing, because if you already love what digital art is, I don't see there being an issue with getting a really cheap like tablet. And it doesn't need to be like a screen tablet either. Get like those tiny like tablets that just to get you started into digital art, if that makes sense. But I'd also say have like an extra notebook on the side. Have something where you can sketch anywhere. Another alternative to this idea, by the way, is instead of having both a notebook on the side and a Wacom tablet that you or a tablet in general that you use to draw, instead you can invest into something like an iPad or like a Samsung tablet, so that you have both the convenience and the digital art both together. The key point is get yourself something that you can practice drawing lots, because that's the only way that you can really start getting better and start understanding multiple different art concepts. I say this because I practiced in both traditional and digital art, and I did a little bit of both when I started. But I know there are others who started off drawing only traditional, who later on transitioned to digital, and I know people who drew in only digital, and that's the only foundations that they know. So all of these are I'd say there's not really a path that's like better per se. And that's to say if budget isn't a problem. If budget is a problem, just go with traditional. Start just sketching on a scrap piece of paper, any lined notebook that you have. Doesn't need to be like a special artist notebook or anything. Just any spare piece of paper that you have, draw. Just draw lots and lots and lots. It's mainly what can you do to keep yourself with the motivation to continue drawing? What keeps you drawing, you know? And for me, like one of my answers on what keeps me drawing, why do I stay as an artist? I mean, besides the fact that it's just fun, I love seeing what this brain of mine decides to create. That's the fun that I have. Art is there's so many things to art that makes it so interesting. How do I do this? How do I add in the perspective? How do people do it? Actually, which direction am I trying to do? If I'm having the camera look from inside the balcony out, then I would need to make it go slant this way for it to make sense. Yes. Yes, that makes sense. And then I need to figure out what I want her to wear too. I think originally in the old design she was wearing a dress, but do you want to keep it as a dress? getting a little stumped on the outfit. Definitely the off-the-shoulder shrug. I guess I could have her wearing a dress. It'd just be a little fancier, huh? Thank you for the subscription, Charms. Hope you enjoy the emotes. Oh yeah, I need to add in more emotes. There's that emote that I made from last stream that I was planning to add in sometime. Hopefully I can sorry. Hopefully I can add in more cute emotes for everyone to use. Gotta sleep? Alright. Have a good night. I'm probably sleeping somewhat soon, but I wanna draw a little bit more. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thank you so much for joining. Ooh, wait. What if I have her hair? I know I had her hair shorter, but what if I have her hair just like along the back a little bit? Maybe it's a bit too long. I still need to figure out what to have here to the empty space, because I don't want it just like as a single like block of color. Did I draw my model or commissioned? So this model actually, it's a what's it? It's a customizable model that I had purchased. It's called Suica. The model itself, you can change many aspects of the model, so that you can change it for the hair, the eye shapes, the clothing, etc., etc. And then I made my own edits to it to personalize it for myself. To anyone who wants to start VTubing, that is an option. I originally wanted to draw my own model, but I tried learning how to rig a model, and all the power to people who can rig models. It's so hard, and I can't keep myself like focused on learning it. So I decided I'll just I'll just get a customizable model. There's a lot of customizable models out there, and they're really good right now. There's a large market for that kind of thing. So my model is only just one of the many different types of customizable models that you can get. Let me actually pull up the link to it to anyone who's interested. Suica VTuber model. Thank you so much, Mama. That was such a good stretch. Hey, good. I had not saved at all this entire stream. Currently in agile. I'll wait until she's back. George. Thank you so much, Mama, for all the white redeems. I forgot to save for the entire stream so far. You saved me. Also, thank you to everyone who's been redeeming hydrates. Okay. I'll explain once you guys are back. Hopefully you guys are back from ad jail. Welcome back. Unshrimp, by the way, is unshrimp is my term for when you are hunching over when you're working. Because you know when you're hunching over while you're working and it's like you kind of in a shape of a shrimp. So unshrimping is undoing all of that. Don't become a shrimp, guys. Your back will thank you. As a reminder to everyone who's doing redeems, and to everyone who's seeing the redeems, when any of these redeems are made, it includes you too. It includes chat. If you see a hydrate, I have to hydrate, but so do you. If you see a unshrimp, better sit up. All of you. I know you're shrimping. Sit up. And of course, get in that big stretch. Alright. Let me see if I can potentially try to maybe line something. I think that was a joke. That was a joke redeem that I made a while back. But I've actually had people redeem it. So one thing is I feel really bad for playing ads. And back then there was a time when I had ads completely off until I've had many other streamers tell me, like streamer friends tell me that I should have it scheduled ads. So that's what I currently have. I feel really bad for making you guys watch ads. But that's what helps keep these streams coming. But anyway, if you guys want to help support the stream even more, you can play an ad and you can support it for free. Or, you know, just be a watcher. You don't have to do anything like subscribe or do like bits or anything. You guys being here is just enough for me, but a second cheap option is just playing an ad. That said though, it doesn't automatically play an ad. I do have to play it myself. Oh my goodness. Let me hope this works. Where should Gomer. I hope it still works. I might have to actually play it myself. Oh wait, because it's scheduled I can't do anything? Really? Let me run the ad! There we go. I can't believe you wanted to make an ad. You put yourself in that chair. Okay. It is what it is. Aw. Alright. Let's see. Do I wanna... Welcome back from jail. Maybe that's what I should actually have it as. Instead of play an ad, it's just ad jail. You never went to ad jail? Really? Damn. Maybe you did. Is this the eye style I want? No, it is not the eye style I want. What should I do? Free money! Yes! I love money! Support your artists, guys. By the way, to those who have been keeping up with my artwork that I've been sharing a little bit in person, I guess. And I guess been monitoring my social media. The only reason why I haven't, or not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I haven't been posting is in the background. I've actually been working on trying to create more merchandise for my art store, Kokoros. This is an art store that I've been running with my partner Soleil, and he and I are currently trying to make a push for apparel. And we recently just gotten the beta version of the sweater that we're in the middle of making, and there are a couple of changes that we know we need to make before it is fully finalized, but we are looking into hopefully putting out pre-order forms once the newly made sweaters or the edited sweaters are made and arrive to us, and we have some photos taken as samples. Hopefully they'll be ready by the time that we go to our next convention. We're still unsure at the moment whether or not we're going to Byte, which is the convention we've been going to for quite a couple of years now, Beast in the East. But we'll keep you all updated if we are going to be tabling there. And not only that, we whatchamacallit, if we do end up tabling there, we most likely will be bringing back the whole stamp rally like we had done last year, as it was such a success. I'm so happy that so many people joined the stamp rally. It was something that I really wanted to try out and see if I could encourage more of the community to be a part of to be, I guess, encouraged to be a part of the convention, being more involved. And it was an absolute blast hosting it. I'm really grateful for the artists that did join me too. Hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be able to invite some of these artists back to be a part of the next stamp rally as well. I'm so excited. But at the very least, if we don't end up going to the convention, we're going to be hosting the pre-orders online. It'll all be announced on all of our social media, so you can find it either on his account or my account, or if you are already in our Discord, you should be able to find it there as well. But I think right now we only have a picture of the beta version of the sweater in the chat somewhere. I believe it's in like the work in progress or something like that. It's somewhere. I believe it is in the work in progress area somewhere. Does it look so weird to me? Is it because of this? Her lashes too weird. There's like something off with her eye shape and I can't figure out what it is yet. Let's just go with this for now. We have her hair do a little swoopy. I love drawing hair so much. I remember I used to talk to like a whole bunch of artist friends who absolutely hate drawing hair. And it's really funny just like to talk to them because they're like, I can't believe you like drawing hair. Like, it's so annoying to draw. There's like too much to learn from it. I'm like, it's literally the most like interesting part to me. I love it. I love seeing how flowy hair can get. Hair is beautiful. And I love drawing long hair. Long, luscious locks. She kind of got a bit of a forehead energy going on here. That's okay though. Big forehead. So from here it goes down. Her nose should end in this direction. Too big of a nostril. There we go. Oops. I'm gonna change her nose shape a little bit. It's a little bit stubby to me. Too stubby. How do we do this? No. You know what? I'll just bring it out myself. Oh, let's go. If I could ride a bike. Ride a bike. places, shiver from places.
If I could sail a boat, I'd cruise across the seas. A sweet adventure for us two. I'll be just you rose, just please don't let me go, 'cause I'd be nothing without you. Oh, when you call, I'm drifting on clouds like I'm dreaming. But in the morning, I wake up and see that you're stuck here with me.
She sings in such a high range, high vocal range. So it's a bit too high for me. I had to bring it down. Uh-oh. Sounds like I'm dreaming. The morning, wake up and see that you're stuck here with me. If only you knew
What I would
do for you.
I jump
Up and hold you so too high. These things, so I'm just left imagining. Maybe I should bring back her jaw a little bit. Just a teeny bit. Oops. Just so that she looks a little bit softer this way. Yeah, that works. I wonder if I... Have her bangs go out a little bit for added effect. I think that might make it look a little bit better. Makes more sense if it goes from here, doesn't it? I guess, You know what? I'll just start with drawing in the shoulder first. Leading into her back. Oh god. I need to turn the canvas for this. Good enough. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Now the hardest part is actually just drawing these ruffles. I swear though, my partner's so good at like fabric. Looking at like the stuff that he draws with fabric, you can definitely tell that like he does a lot of studying. He has done a lot of studies with like fabric. I kind of just wing it, not gonna lie. Maybe it kind of shows that I do wing it. I try my best though. Hmm. I think this works. This makes more sense. Oh my goodness. It's Jams. Hi. How have you been? Hello, hello. It's been so long since I've last seen you. Yeah, it's been so nice seeing the OGs come back. Maybe it's good that I'm trying to get back into streaming. Been busy? Hopefully not too busy. Hopefully life is not, you know, pushing you too hard. I've been so busy with work. Art has been pushed back by so much, but I am trying to force myself to draw by if I stream then I have to draw. Which is why I'm here today. Also, besides that, it's so cold. It has been so cold outside, and I kid you not, like I love winter, but it needs to stop being cold. What was the last time I streamed? I think fairly recently. I think I streamed sometime when the New Year started, and then I think it was like on the 6th or something like that. And then before that, I streamed sometime in December, I believe. Like late December, right before the year ended. Do I stream late? Yeah. It's always late night. So if you're already asleep, then you're probably not seeing me. Yeah, that's probably why. It's unfortunately because of my work schedule, unless I want to wake up early, which I kind of don't want to. But I work at a very strange time. I work at noon. And so because I have such a night owl schedule, that means that I'm staying up late and I won't be awake until very late in the day. So you won't be seeing me early. And also besides that, well, I'm Eastern time, so I guess that does make some times a little bit weird, a little bit wonky. Do I like the schedule? Not really. I mean, I get an extra bonus. I get the work differential from working starting from around noon, but because I work so late, I end up coming out of work at a really late time. Like if I come in at noon, I'm supposed to leave around like 8-ish. And I personally, the way I see it is because I'm leaving at 8, by the time I get home, let's say I take like an hour to get back home. And like, you know, start eating, preparing dinner, getting eating, showering, all that stuff. By the time I'm done, it's probably around like 9:30 or something, right? If I sleep an actual good schedule, let's say I sleep at 12, I feel like I'm not having enough time to actually like do stuff because it's like 9:30 is like giving too much leeway. Maybe like by the time I'm done it's like 10 p.m. or whatnot. I have like 2 hours before I need to go to sleep. What can you do in 2 hours? Like, there's so little stuff that you can actually do, I feel like. Like, once I choose something to do, like, that's it for my entire night. So, what I've been doing instead is I've been coming to work earlier and leaving work earlier to make up for it. And thankfully I have a nice enough supervisor that allows for that. She's completely fine when I come in early and leave early. I also work weekends, by the way, so I just have a really bad schedule. But anything for that money. I love that moolah. Please pay me. Seven days a week? No, I work my days off are Wednesday, Thursday. And the reason why you guys don't see me streaming Wednesday, Thursday usually is because I'm spending time at my partner's house. I would rather not stream on those days. I'd rather have my time spent with him instead. Maybe once we move in together. We'll have to see on that. And I don't have to deal with rush hour though with a 12 to 8 schedule. That's the only thing that I really like about my schedule. Cause with my old schedule that I used to work at a different workplace, I was working from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 3 to 4 days a week. 7 a.m. you get the rush hour of the morning. 7 p.m. you get the rush hour of the evening. It sucks. It sucks so badly. I don't recommend anyone working these shifts. 12-hour shifts? Yeah, so I work in healthcare. And that specific one was pretty bad, but hey, I had an extra day off, I suppose. And if I worked a 4-day week, the 4th day was always a remote work day, so it was pretty good. The only reason why I'm not working that job anymore though is just because of pay. It was not a lot, to say the least, which is why I'm currently working the current position that I'm in. But my current position has the difficulty of, well, I work a regular shift with like 5 days a week, 40 hours, whatnot. But I miss having that extra day off by a lot, and also working weekends. I used to not work weekends at all. It used to be, I used to work just sometime between Monday to Friday, depending on the week. It was flexible schedule, but you know, I didn't mind it. Typically work 9 to 5, but I get to work at 10 and I'll leave at like 4. Don't tell my boss. That was kind of like one of my coworkers back when she was still working with us. She managed to get a position that's way better paying and whatnot. Good for her. I'm really happy that she did. But her schedule technically starts at 8 or started at 8 a.m. but she was always coming to work at like the double digits. And it was really funny because my shift starts at 12, but I like to come in early, so I would come in at like 10 or 11. But because she was coming in at the double digits, she would start work at the same time that I would. But it just coincides because she's coming in extremely late and I'm coming in extremely early. I miss her actually. She was genuinely someone that I don't really make workplace friends per se. Like if you know, we're just coworkers. We just work and mind our own business and whatnot. But she was definitely a workplace friend that I would consider, and I still talk to her even like after she has left the company. Yeah, right. As long as you get the job done and it's all fine. That's kind of like the mindset of my boss. Like there has been times, by the way, that I've come into work at like, say like 4 a.m. just so that I could leave early that day, and like I have other life things and I want to just come in early. My boss did not care. She was just like, as long as you get your work done and it's not like interfering with anyone else, just come in. As long as you come in for the day, you're good. Obviously, don't do it all the time, but if you come in every now and then in the weird time, she doesn't care. Thank you, boss. I'd say she's like probably one of the nicest bosses I've had. Which, by the way, it makes me scared to like move to a different job because, like, what if I can't find another boss that's this nice? And like, I end up moving to a job that maybe pays more, but like, what if the new boss bullies me or something? I don't know. Maybe I should just work freelance. Work colleagues turning to friends is nice, but low-key it's like trauma bond. Actually, though, because like we just talk about like how awful work is or whatnot, right? But like I have friends at work where like they're actually friends where I'm sending them like the most weird memes that's like not work related at all. Or like we talk about like what I have friends that like I what's it? I have friends at work where I'm just talking to them about like workout, like what our like workout routines at the gym, or anime that we're watching, that kind of thing. Not work related at all. And then maybe we have people coming up to us and be like, "You should stop chatting. I can tell that it's not work related, so it's a clear distraction, and you should probably stop talking." Hello, Ati. Hello. It's been a while. Cat is popping today. Makes me feel bad for wanting a short stream. I might end up streaming a little longer, although maybe not too long. I do gotta sleep eventually so that I can wake up for work. About her dating life? Yeah, that's the friend that I mentioned that always came into work in double digits. I talked to her about her fiance a lot. And like I talked to her about my own partner a lot too. And it's been really interesting sharing our own like relationship stories. Um and like how we experience like say like the future mother-in-law, or like maybe like a previous conflict, or I don't know, maybe a funny story that we've had. Anything really. Thank you. I'm glad you like the new the current model. It's a customizable model that I bought from it's called Suica. It's a Suica model, and if you're ever interested, I can quickly plop in that link. There's a lot of really good customizable models that are out right now, but I personally really liked the design of this model, and I went into the model itself and made some very small edits to fit my own OC, since I still wanted to keep the look of my own character that I've had for a while. But yeah, she's cute. I like her. I look pretty. I think I look gorgeous. And because it's a customizable model, it takes away the well, first of all, it makes it a little more affordable, I'd say. I know getting into VTubing, if you want to actually have a rigged model, it can get pretty expensive, and like having it more personalized too. But this way is like one of the options that you can still get a personalized model without you know, either A, learning how to rig, and B, learning how to rig, and B, like paying up like a huge sum of money. You are gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Can't afford it? Aw, yeah, it is. I'd say it is still money, but it is definitely more affordable than a lot of like customized, or not customizable models. It's a more affordable than commissioning someone to make a model and rigging the model. Unemployed since yesterday. Oh no. Were you laid off from your job, or did you quit? I'm so sorry to hear that. The job market's been extremely tough, so I know like it's definitely is something difficult. It's also another reason why I'm so scared to even move jobs. Like, if I move jobs, will I like immediately lose it? It's like, there's too many things. There's too many factors. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are you feeling better by any chance? Because you said you got sick. So a lot of things to consider: flexibility, probation period. What if they hate me? Current relationships with coworkers and bosses. Yeah, there's just so much. But that is to say, I don't want to stay forever where I am. Like, it's definitely not a position that I want to permanently work in. But there's definitely like a huge fear among like a lot of things. The day after I came back, I had all the receipts from the doctor, etc. Not really feeling better, but stable. Stable is good. That's at least the good news. I wish you all the best, man. I'm so sorry to hear the news. I'm not liking how this is forming so far. Maybe this? It's like a weird mix of like not enough and too much wrinkles. Actually, maybe that works, I guess. I guess that works. And this would be like the elbow shaped here. Oops. Everything leads towards the elbow. Maybe something like this works better. Trying to figure out how wrinkles work. How do wrinkles work? I don't understand. Fabric is weird. Anyways, working the name shifts in a call center was pain anyways. Hey, at the very least, you're out of that. My boyfriend and I met at our job, so our colleagues, work friends are all mutual, which means I can't talk tea about him to our coworkers. Oh, actually? That's so interesting, actually. I can see that kind of work dynamic. So you can't do any gossip, huh? But your colleagues could technically gossip about like their own partners to you, since their partners don't work there. That's so interesting. But I guess in that sense, it puts you into, I think, personally, how I see it is, I don't personally like, kind of like, even if there was like any conflict or whatnot, it still, to me, to some sense, it kind of feels like bad talking your partner. So I try not to kind of have those kind of talks with, about my own partner. So I guess it feels like, what's it? It puts you into a better position in terms of, it forces you to not talk bad, you know? Guys, I'm so sad. I got a UTI. Yeah, it's from this dude. This dude did it. It's his fault. Put a giant sign on him. They say that wrinkles, you should be following YZW wrinkle method. Like you should be able to see a YWZ in the folds. Yeah, I try to go for like the Y shape or whatnot, but for me, it's play until you figure out what looks good. And also shading and rendering will fix everything. There we go. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime Jams. Oh no. Yeah, UTI means urinary tract infection. It can happen. There's multiple reasons to why you can get UTI. It's not necessarily like there's not necessarily like one singular reasoning per se, but the best way to talk about it is it's just pain. It hurts. Anytime you need to take a piss, it stings. I hate it. I think the very first time that I ever had a UTI, I was so confused because I was like, why does it sting? Why hurt? Yeah, I don't talk badly about him, but if it's related to my health things, then they have a face to the name. Yeah. Switched up your underwear, haven't gotten one since? Ooh. Had gotten UTI like every 2 months? No! Oh, man. I'm so sorry for you. Oh, no. So, a little tidbit about me, I used to work in a gynecology clinic, so to me, hearing like patients that come in or like people who tell me that they get UTIs very often, my heart goes out to all of you. There are many solutions to resolving UTIs or helping resolve that. I don't remember much of it because it's been quite a couple was it? It's been quite a couple of months, quite a while since I have last written notes or whatnot related to UTIs or whatnot, but stay hydrated. Remember to urinate frequently, especially before and after sex, especially after sex. Always pee. Never wipe from the back to the front. I repeat, never wipe from the back to the front. I know there's people who do not understand this. Please wipe from front to the back. And also stuff like wearing cotton underwear. Don't stick to the silks. Silk is not good. What else? And avoid anything that's scented in terms of feminine products. All of those are really good solutions to help prevent UTIs. Hello, Glancelot. How are you doing? It's nice seeing you here. Wear cotton underwear? Yes! Please wear cotton underwear. Do not use silk. If you are a female or have a female body part and you're using silk, you're not doing yourself a favor. Use cotton underwear. Oh, okay. Well, it's nice seeing you pop out of lurk. Maybe the UTI talk has pulled you out of the lurk. Default underwear used was a seamless underwear, which is pretty slick and polyester. Yeah, that'll do it for you. Just because it looks nice doesn't mean that it's good for you. Very unfortunately. Just decided to bathe? Aw, thank you so much then. I appreciate it. It's very nice to see who's actually like lurking my streams. Found that information very early after searching into a lot of themes for the future. Interesting. I just find cotton to be comfortable, man. This cotton is comfortable, easy to clean, and it feels good. Feels good to wear. Speaking of cotton, by the way, not in terms of underwear, but in terms of like clothing, I actually I've been doing so much research in terms of like apparel and whatnot. I did not know there's like so many different, I guess I did know, but I didn't know like to the extent of like different ratios of fabrics in terms of like cotton to polyester to like any other like types of fabrics when it comes to trying to customize making your own apparel. I kid you not, trying to like research on like what high cotton percentage exactly means and like what it usually like what certain percentages appear in certain types of like clothing is. It's so much research that I did not prepare myself for. It's actually insane. If you guys were any of you guys were here early in the stream, you guys might have heard that I have been trying to make delve into making apparel for my my art store with my partner Soleil, and so we for quite a while now, actually since the start of our store opening, we've been wanting to get into apparel. And besides tariffs kind of like messing up with our apparel plans, we decided to, you know, just fuck it and like try to get into something. And we currently are at a stage where we have gotten the beta version of one of our sweaters that we want to release. And there are a couple of changes that we want to make. And it's pretty minor, I would say, but hopefully once the edited sample comes to us, we're hoping to do a little bit of a photo shoot and using those photos to put out a pre-order for a new sweater line for us. So that's really exciting. It's supposed to be like athletic wear, I suppose. It's a more athletic sweater, so it should be hopefully breathable. The people who have seen it in person seem to really like it. They love how it feels. They love the asymmetric design that we currently have for it, and the color blocking and whatnot. So I'm really excited. Hopefully it's the start of more apparel to come. I have a lot of ideas. It's just having to make the designs and actually having it manufactured. Finding the manufacturers for it, etc., is probably the most difficult part of this process. It's been quite a lot. You've been considering surgery for the future, so you have to know all kind of concept info. Yeah, I remember you telling me all about this. But yeah, I mean, overall though, just knowing about like your health and how you can take better care of it, whether or not, regardless of your own body parts, just knowing how to best take care of it, and you know, I'm all for longevity. Everyone, you should be taking care of yourself. Speaking of which, please take a drink of water right now. Unstrap yourselves. Sit up. What else? What else do I need to say? Stretch. Please stretch. Not to unshrimp. You are not allowed to shrimp here. I have also taken a sip. To anyone who's interested, by the way, in seeing the at least the beta version of Sweater, it is available somewhere on our Discord server. I believe my partner has posted it somewhere, and of like him wearing it, so you should be able to see it somewhere there. Also, to anyone who may or may not be already be in our server, I'm just gonna quickly drop the server invitation link. Where is it? I swear I had it. Server invitation link. Ah, here you go. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I just want to copy the link. There we go. To anyone who's not currently in the Discord server, feel free to join in. It's a pretty cozy place. You'll be able to find out whether or not I'm streaming, whether or not my partner's streaming. It's our joint server. You'll be able to also hear about whether or not we are attending any conventions. And you can see us there. We will let you guys know if we're just there for fun versus if we're there to vent. And well, you'll hear about our merchandise updates if you're ever interested in that. Hydrate? Yes, I am hydrating. Thank you. Yippee! Yo, that emote is so cool. Okay. Your style has changed a lot actually over the years. In a good way. I love it a lot. I lost trace of you for a while. No worries. I mean, I have the same username. I have the same username for a lot of things. So if you ever are curious, you can always just find me. And well, oh wait, my model stopped working. Oh, hello, hello. Hang on. Technical error. Hello. Why did my camera stop? Excuse me? Hello? No. Technical errors. Hang on. What happened to my camera? Oh no. My device is not overheated or anything. Maybe I need to restart the program. I'm gonna do that real quick. We are still arting? Yes, we are still arting. It was originally supposed to be a small stream, but I am still arting. It's because streams started popping off so hard that I felt bad to just leave and cut it short. So stream is going a teeny bit longer. We have trouble connecting to your device. Check your Wi-Fi connection and try again. What? I use my phone camera for blah 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 blah. What was I saying? I use my phone camera to use my VTuber model. For some reason, my phone's not connecting to. It's not connecting to my desktop. No. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, I might have to do a change of plans a little bit. Maybe it is time. Maybe my camera is telling me I should go to sleep. That might be the call. Well, thank you so much everyone for joining in. Thank you, Jams. Thank you, Ati. Thank you, everyone else. I appreciate every single person who has joined in today. It's been extremely fun. Hopefully, I'll try my best to stream whenever I can. But hopefully it'll be more art if I can, or you might see me playing games and whatnot too. Please have a good night to everyone who's going to bed and to everyone who's waking up for some reason all the way in Australia. Please have a good middle of the day. Bye bye.